So the Magicians and SPLYCE Zuby, of course, I think SPLYCE still has more expectations on them than the Magicians do coming into this because, again, it's the same roster, and they feel like they've kind of got a chip on their shoulder, right? Like they've got something to prove. Whereas the Magicians, look, they went out and made a change. You know, if they struggle early on, it happens.
Chalk it up to that.
Yeah, you know, you kind of have an excuse built in. If you're SPLYCE, you don't really have anything built in. This is your second season in a row. Same exact starting roster. Let's see if anything changes for SPLYCE going into Season 3 of the Rival Series. Game 1 is underway. It'll be Karma. Clever touch there to play that away from Halcyon. Knew he was there and at least able to disrupt what would have been perhaps a strong start for the Magicians. See if they can snowball that.
Oh, that was sick.
It is Jay Wismont who gets credit for the opening goal.
This is insane. Did he really bump him out of the way from the wall? No, he hits it, but he gets the... I don't know what just happened. I'm confused, but it looked really cool.
Sure. Well, it's going to be a 1-0 lead for SPLYCE. That's what's really important here. Rapid trying to play the slow game, and, you know, Rapid's a player who, if you give him time and space, he will absolutely make you pay. You could say that for a lot of players, but, you know, he's a very strong ones player as well.
I was just about to ask that. He's known for ones.
To some extent, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's really part of that group that I think if you had asked me even a year and a half ago, you know, who would kind of make that next leap to reach this level? Rapid may not have made the list, but he has certainly turned things around. Karma, meanwhile, looking to turn things around for SPLYCE as they double their lead very early.
Just wondering where the third is from the Magicians right now. Karma saw no one back there. She just has to put it in between those dotted lines on the field, and it goes in between the goalposts. And a 2-0 lead already for SPLYCE. The Magicians need to pick things up.
This will go across, and Rapid's going to be the first one onto it. Enough boost to at least make a play, and he'll steal some on his way out of the zone as well. May be able to turn. He does, but does not have the follow-up as Karma gets the clear right down the middle. Halcyon looking like he had to battle a little bit there in front of the net. Now Jay Wismont trying to center one there for Karma. Nose dude hanging around at the back. He'll be called on defensively. Halcyon coming in as well. Oh, it's barred down and away. The Magicians have been robbed early on.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how that didn't go in, but you said it, absolutely robbed. Good setup there from Vince, and one thing I can definitely say is one person you don't want to give the ball to in a 1v1 scenario or let them dribble is Vince. He is insane with his dribble skills.
Stealing and down for Vince, and the shot just outside the dotted line. Jay Wismont hanging around, waiting, and maybe breathing a sigh of relief as Karma, she's able to clear this away, and back on offense goes SPLYCE. Waiting to really see Rapid kind of assert himself here in the Rival Series. When does he have his moment? This will be around the corner. Nose dude trying to set the table for SPLYCE. Away it goes, and this will drop right down for Rapid, and it's off to the corner.
You know, so far, I know we've only been playing for about a half, but I am extremely impressed with Nose Dude right now. He was the question mark for me. He kind of seemed like he was out of place last season. Good save there from Karma, but he already has 2 assists. He's 1 away from a playmaker right at halftime. Like, he is doing very good for his team.
It helps when you've got Karma to pass to, looking for a chance to start things downfield for SPLYCE yet again. This time playing table center, getting a little help from the Magicians as well, and it is Nose Dude who gets his first goal of the season.
Far post, lower corner, the accuracy is insane. He sees it's wide open, it's just a matter of hitting it, and for him to be able to not only hit it, but hit it with that much power, I was just talking about him. Nose Dude, man, he has worked super hard on everything in the offseason.
This will angle downward and right to Karma. Well read, but now Halcyon's shot blocked at point blank by Nose Dude, and SPLYCE are not letting the Magicians back into this game at all. Halcyon Not able to get ahead of the SPLYCE defense. Rapid now, really out of control coming off that wall, didn't have the boost to recover. Wismont had just enough boost to make a play, and Karma's shot will go high.
The Magicians have just been a little shaky with their rotations right now. Like, the pressure isn't there. You expect a touch on the ball and there's no one home. Then you expect no one to be there and there's two players coming up on it. It's just really wonky. I would love to see them tighten things up, clean it up a little bit, and I think they'll be okay.
Good ball there from the Magicians. They are putting the pressure on to SPLYCE, but Karma this time coming down from the backboard to make another save. Now Rapid trying to find the angle, got the reset, got a second, but it's Karma who sends it away. At least it looked like he had a second. Maybe he didn't, wasn't able to make anything out of it. Of course, that was aided by the defense of Karma. But that's what Rapid's capable of. That mind is always working for him, and you can see when he starts feeling it, he can be a very dangerous player for this Magician squad. Nose Dude wins a challenge there at midfield. That's pretty much been indicative of how this game has gone. Every time it looks like the Magicians are going to start going downfield, SPLYCE are there to stop them, and it's a big win in game number 1 for a team that absolutely needed it in SPLYCE, and they'll add one more from Jay Wismont.
I mean, what a way to open up the rival series. You not only get knocked out last season, have to make your way all the way through the qualifiers again, but you stick together as a team. You got your org representing you. You're playing a ton in the offseason. It would have really felt bad for all three members if they came out and flopped, but they come out, put a showing on, and don't even allow one goal in the back of the net. And not only that, but they only allow 6 shots as well.
Well, the Boston SPLYCE group's got to be very happy with what they've seen in game number 1 as SPLYCE get a dominant opening game victory over the Magicians.
Yeah, dominating for sure. And, you know, when I was speaking with Vince, I asked him, hey, what do you guys have as an edge over SPLYCE? What would you say that edge is? And he said, our mechanical skills. Well, mechanical skills mean squat when you aren't playing as a team, and that's exactly what SPLYCE is doing. They're playing as a unit. They're playing pass ball. It's just beautiful to watch, and I say beautiful a lot. Just realize that.
Yeah, and you're looking into my eyes. It's a little worrying.
Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to?
So SPLYCE, one advantage they also have is they've been able to scrim some RLCS teams. We've heard that they scrim a lot with Rogue, and now granted, Rogue didn't have the best week in the North American RLCS last week, but you know, when you get that experience, it's got to be invaluable to them to be able to play against an RLCS team, play against them consistently. I'm sure it's not the only RLCS team they're able to scrim. And I think when you have that kind of a reputation and the kind of connections that SPLYCE has, the reputation they have with the rest of the community, you know, I think you find teams more willing to scrim with you, and they know they're going to get a valuable experience scrimming with you as well.
Well, especially, you know, all the tournaments that SPLYCE joined up over the summer. I mean, they proved like, oh, we're serious about this. No, we want to make the rival series again. Not only that, we want to get to the promotion tournament. We feel like we deserve that spot. And yeah, last season, they go 2-5, I think, and not what they expected at all. They want much different this season. I'm sure they want to go undefeated. I don't think any team's going undefeated, so I don't think that's going to happen. But they're making themselves known right now, which is a very good statement to be said for them.
Yeah, we talk about players being driven and being a little hungry coming into this season. Very few players got to be as hungry, I think, as Halcyon and Jay Wismont. We mentioned it briefly in our previous match. They're two of only 4 players between both regions that have been starters for all 3 seasons of the Rival Series. And for Halcyon, back-to-back third-place finishes with Hollywood Hammers and then with Space Station Gaming. I mean, that's got to wear on you eventually. And now they come into this season. They dropped game 1 to SPLYCE, but hey, we saw a dominant game 1 in our last match. Didn't really mean a whole lot.
Same scoreline.
Yeah, same scoreline. So we will see what adjustments the Magicians have made. They are much needed adjustments, to be sure, because I don't think SPLYCE is going to take their foot off the gas.
No, why would they? There's no reason to. For SPLYCE, they don't need to change a thing. They played perfect Rocket League. Right now, the Magicians need to clean up all of that sloppy play that we saw.
Karma not quite able to get this ahead of Halcyon, and a shot will just bounce across the face of the goal, and now Rapid trying to take his time, trying to read Nose Dude's challenge. It comes right back into the Magician's end, and there's Jay Wismont beaten out by Vince. It's Nose Dude now out of his own corner, just gives up possession to Rapid and leaves Jay Wismont to stop Halcyon.
Nice.
Another tight angle shot, and Rapid scores the first goal for the Magicians.
You see him turn. He's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm going back. Wait a second. No one's pressuring? All right, I'm just going to throw it towards the net, and catches the entire Splyce defense off guard, finds the open net, and there we go. The Magicians finally getting a goal for this season.
Rapid is one of those players that in the various community tournaments that they've played over the past year and a half, we'd say steps onto the field and says, I'm open, and he always is. He always kind of has a nose for the ball, and when he's on it, boy, it's tough to get it away from him. This will go to the backboard, and Karma's right there for it. Ball's not going to touch down for a while either, as finally it's boomed away at Rapid. Why
open.
not? It worked out last time. He is open, and Vince now trying to set one up for Halcyon, but it will be cleared by Splyce.
Oh, that's dangerous, but
It was. It just goes across the face, though. Again, no harm, no foul, as Splyce remain off the scoreboard in the early stages of Game 2. But yeah, we are seeing a much different attack now for the Magicians, and I think Rapid has finally settled in.
he definitely has. But their rotations are still a little weird. They really lucked out right there. They left the net wide open. Rapid probably should have fell back, but like you said, no harm, no foul. Everything's all good, but they need to be wary of leaving those nets open.
Karma looking to set up Nose Dude. You can watch that play develop. It's off the crossbar and away. And so many times we've seen so far between North America and Europe, those shots that are just barely off the mark. Once those shots get converted later on in the season, perhaps, you're going to see some very high-scoring games, because I don't think the defense has been particularly outstanding for any given team in the rival series so far. That shot's going to go wide. Nose Dude to center again, and Halcyon very calmly trying to make his way out of the zone, but Jay Wismont did just enough. And finally, Nose Dude, this will angle down, may be able to play it himself. He cannot, and Halcyon has it away at last for the Magicians.
Yeah, they had 78 total boost as a team during that onslaught, and that was all for Rapid. Vince and Halcyon had 0, so the fact that they could get out of that without letting a goal go on the board is very impressive.
Vince for Halcyon, and he's going to have to scramble back, will Vince, as Karma is right there waiting to try and punish Rapid. Now Vince to the backboard, and Nose Dude didn't clear it away. Halcyon there, and he's hit one just over the bar. And right now, the best defense that Splyce has is just hoping the shots are off target, and so far they have been, other than that one goal from Rapid.
Yeah, you better be careful, though, because the best passes are bad shots.
Halcyon out of his own corner. Jay Wismont trying to set up Karma to tie the game. Hasn't happened. She thought about taking that mid boost, realizes she's got to come back. Jay Wismont scrambles back as well. And Karma and Splyce, they avoided what could have been a very ugly situation.
Good challenge there. Halcyon, is he going to get the flick? He is, and he's going to put another one on the board for the Magicians. Splyce, they need to change up some game plan now, because right now the pressure is on from the Magicians.
A dominant game one followed by a punch right back from the team that lost. That's what we're seeing yet again here in the North American Rival Series. This time it's the Magicians answering back. Can they hang on for a minute and a half? Oh, what a drop-down pass from Karma, and Nose Dude gets Splyce right back in it.
That's one of the best assists we've seen so far today. Good soft tap using the underbelly of her car, knowing it's going to absolutely just kill that ball, drop it down, and in swoops Nose Dude. No hesitation at all. That's what I love to see from him.
Neutral kickoff, and the shot getting right down the middle from Vince. A gift for the Magicians.
You know, every time there's that neutral 50-50 kickoff, you've always got to look at the team that sends 2 back for boost because they're going to be the one that leaves that net open. Vince sees that. He's the man cheating up. They probably called to stall that ball, seeing how SPLYCE has been running their kickoffs on those double diagonals, and it pays off.
That almost looked like a fake kickoff there from SPLYCE. And it has worked at least to get a shot right on Rapid. Karma challenging as well. Double commit up top. And Vince just falls right down on one and prevents anything further from SPLYCE. Now Jay Wismont, nose dude trying to get in the way of Vince. And Vince with solid concentration, able to get the stop, avoid the bump, get the clear, at least out of harm's way for a moment.
Good.
And now this goes all the way downfield to an empty net. And Vince will score yet again.
Hey, SPLYCE, you scored 4 in game 1. We'll score 4 in game 2. Good heads-up play from Vince. He was probably having his teammates shout in his ear, you got pressure coming. He just puts a nice soft tap on it to flick it up, puts it over the 3rd defender, and SPLYCE, you can tell they're getting overly aggressive, but you can't blame them when they're down by 2. They're trying to get another goal on board, but down 3 with 30 seconds. I think we're going to have a tie series on our game.
I would be very surprised if SPLYCE bring this back. They've only got 20 seconds. Really has to be running kickoff goals. Karma's shot just off the mark. Jay Wismont blocked. Nose dude, last chance. That's in under the bar. And there is at least a chance for Nose Dude and SPLYCE to get back into this game.
Yeah, that's great pressure there from Nose Dude. Vince trying to get in the way of the ball, but at this point it might be a little too late for them to get back. 2 goals in 12 seconds. It's not unheard of, just not gonna happen.
Well, you got to get creative to do it. This goes right down the middle. It's a double commit up top, and that shot by Jay Wismont will spell the end as it does not get through. Couldn't get one in at the end, and the Magicians bounce back in a huge way. And really, it did feel like they dominated that game for the most part. SPLYCE tried to creep their way back in, but that was exactly the answer the Magicians needed. Despite giving up 14 shots, they are able to fend off SPLYCE. And hey, you give up 14 shots, you win a game, then you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I was going to say, hey, 14 shots to 7 shots, who wins?
I know,
yeah.
Right?
But yeah, it's just kind of weird. Maybe they were saying, hey, their accuracy isn't working right now. Their first initial shot is generally a pass. So if we can get a nice clear to a teammate to push the ball downfield, we can catch them off guard. And we saw that happen at least twice where it was an open field behind them and they just had to really just put it between the sticks. But right now we have a game on our hands, Stacks. We have an absolute series, and I told you this was the one I was looking forward to, and this is why.
Yeah, and there's, of course, the key to, I think, winning in any tournament or any kind of league is win the games where you don't play your best. This match, Magicians didn't start out playing their best. They've turned it around, a much better answer. Still wasn't their best performance defensively. A lot of shots from SPLYCE in that game. You're not going to win many when you give up 14 shots.
You're right, but I do like how we saw that they can play defense when they're low on boost without panicking. That's always good to see from a team.
We'll go into a tie-breaking 3rd game, and as Nose Dude is well aware, when teams are 1-1 in a best-of-5, it effectively turns into a best-of-3, and it started off on the right foot for SPLYCE. Jay Wismont, a freebie kickoff goal.
I guess, Magicians got one, SPLYCE has to get one as well, and he does it all by himself. Doesn't give up on that play, doesn't wait for a teammate to come on. He realizes, I don't care if I have the boost, I see an open net, I'm just going to fling it that way, and he gets enough power to put it in the back of the net.
Rapid looking for a rapid answer from the Magicians, and it hasn't worked out. Now Karma just beaten to the ball by Vince. He'll go over top looking for Halcyon, but they need to get this ball in front. Rapid's there, so too is Vince, but all of SPLYCE is able to get back and fend off the attack that just took too long to develop. Now Halcyon for Vince, clever pass, but the shot should be blocked by Wismont, and it is. More importantly, it's off to the near corner. Now Karma has that kick right out towards Nose Dude, trying to fake out Rapid. And boy, there aren't many players that are going to be faking out Rapid. I'm sure he's seen it all plenty of times.
Yeah, and that was a good challenge by Rapid as well. He waited until the very last second to use his flip, so he hits the ball. The ball initially starts to go back into the blue zone, but then he flips to basically neutralize it, and that's a neutral 50-50, and that's perfect when you're in the position Rapid was.
Shot on from Karma. Watch the rebound now. Nose Dude coming on, but it's Rapid to Vince. What a quick counterattack. And Karma, all she can do is pop one up. It's a juicy rebound for Halcyon, but he could not convert. And this will be cleared by Jay Wismont, just moving back and forth across the field at breakneck speeds. It'll be Halcyon now, trying to find Vince. It's intercepted, and the bump from Nose Dude does not result in a goal, but the creativity is there from SPLYCE. They are willing to make plays happen off the ball.
Nose Dude is definitely making his mark on the field, and he's saying, you know what, I'm the enforcer of this team. I'm going to bump you, I'm going to bruise you, and then I'm going to pass the ball to my teammate.
Solid shot there from Jay Wismont. Really had to contort his car to get that anywhere near the target. He is just off the corner, and now SPLYCE will try again, but they have to wait as Vince gets a shot on. Wismont for Nose Dude, not quite the touch he was looking for. Karma has to stay back, and a good thing because here comes Rapid. Over top of her for Vince. Looking for Halcyon, lurking at midfield, and it's Nose Dude who clears away, and Rapid has to get creative himself to make sure SPLYCE doesn't have an easy counterattack. This is trouble, and Rapid sends that away as well, but now SPLYCE are setting up, trying to double their lead.
Oh, it's not over yet. Oh, I thought Nose Dude was going to hit that with the J-Wiz fake maybe, but, you know, like you said, that Rapid's seen everything. I am sure that the Magicians have seen enough fakes to realize when one's coming out.
Oh, dropped off to the corner nicely by Jay Wismont. This time Karma goes right at Rapid for the challenge. And another one coming in even faster this time from Jay Wismont. It just seems like the attacks increase in difficulty to stop for the Magicians. Somebody's got to scramble back, and it's going to be Vince.
They're actually lucky that Rapid didn't hit that. He was flipping back to get some speed because he was out of boost and narrowly missed that ball. Vince thankfully hit it back corner.
Rapid now, he'll leave one for Vince, and that's going to be blocked away. Jay Wismont picking up his third save in a tie-breaking third game. Rapid now, Jerry picking downfield, and a great clear from Nose Dude. They're not out of it just yet, and Halcyon not able to direct that anywhere near the target.
That happens sometimes, but they've got a minute and a half, plenty of time to work with, down one. Don't want to see them start to get overly aggressive till about 30 seconds remaining.
Halcyon on his way downfield. That's going to be popped away. Rapid in front for Vince, and it's Jay Wismont just coming off the line to preserve SPLYCE's lead. But they are certainly not out of it yet. Vince not able to beat Karma to the ball. Nose Dude, he's beaten by Halcyon, but Old Ironside's back to the rescue as the crossbar makes another save, and Rapid has to scramble all the way back.
Oh, what a dunk.
Oh, it's Halcyon, quick read. Not able to react in time to get anything on target, and that's been the problem for the Magicians. Just a step too slow to just about everything.
Oh, but that's a dangerous ball downfield.
It is, and it bounces away from Nose Dude. It's trouble for Halcyon. Left for Rapid. 20 seconds left. Rapid, one more touch going underneath. And it's going to get through. Somehow Karma got thrown off, and we're tied.
I thought he was going for the flip reset. Looked like he wanted it. Didn't get it. And, yeah, there's just a mechanical error there from Karma. It happens, and unfortunately it happened under 20 seconds remaining to create a tie ball game.
A huge momentum swing in Game 3. Now we're tied at a game apiece and a goal apiece. Final 8 seconds. Overtime on its way unless somebody has a 0-second goal, and nobody does. It'll be golden goal to break this tie in Game 3.
I don't know how this is going to go. Both teams playing very well, offensively, defensively, even midfield.
Big shot. Oh, what a save.
That's a good save.
It'll be sent away, and Rapid's going to give way to Vince. I'm sure that's got to hurt Rapid just a little bit, because I'm sure he felt like he could have turned on that. Instead, he'll take a shot here, and it will be saved away towards the net. Halcyon will get credit for a simple save. We've seen so many quick overtimes over the past few seasons of the rival series. Very few that have really gone on and on and on. This one very well could if the teams get that comfortable. Halcyon has to rush back very quickly. Nose Dude's shot will be stopped by Rapid. Just could not feather it by, and nobody crashing the net there, and if they were just a little too late.
That was a good pass from Karma. Unfortunately, no one, I don't even think she was expecting to get that double touch on it. And yeah, this game has the feeling of a game that could go quite a long ways as far as overtime time is concerned.
Well, you should be pretty much at the edge of your seat anytime Rapid gets on possession, especially up near the ceiling, because we know he can do some very exciting things and make things happen like he did with the goal that tied things in the final 20 seconds. It'll be Vince now. He'll give up possession for a moment. Will it be for the last time in this game? No, it will not, as Rapid takes over. Now Vince, not able to get his pass off, but it's worked out.
Oh, wow.
Almost given away. The game there was SPLYCE, but Halcyon's shot denied at the goal line. And SPLYCE, got to feel like they really got away with one. Nobody at the net, but nobody to punish the Magicians.
Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 misses. What is happening now? We went from insane gameplay to people not even hitting the ball. It happens, but Nose Dude, yeah, what a save to get that ball out of the net.
Halcyon didn't get all of it, and the shot from Jay Wismont, he's going to want it back because he could have ended this game right there. There's no follow. And after the demolitions, it's Vince who's able to run in front and get the save. Nose Dude, second touch to bring this down to the side, but Rapid's there to take one away from him. Only Karma at the back for the save, or the clear. She's kept SPLYCE alive. Now Nose Dude gonna set one up for Karma or Jay Wismont. There's the demo, but it will still be blocked by the leader of the Magicians, Mr. Confidence himself in Vince.
Wow, that was such a clutch save. If he missed that ball, game over. But right now, this, honestly, it's whoever makes the first big mistake, that's how the game's ending. I don't think it's going to be some crazy shot. It's going to be first mistake. Both teams playing very clean after that sloppy 20 seconds we saw.
Nose Dude trying to make it happen himself, trying to bulldoze his way through, and the entire roster of the Magicians comes through to clear this ball away, but that means somebody's got to rotate back to the net, and they finally do get their rotation set. SPLYCE again, not able to punish them just yet. Another chance in front for Karma, and SPLYCE have the lead in the series.
Wrist touch in the box leads to the goal. Halcyon hits that ball but can't retain possession. Good pressure from Nose Dude there, and who other than the leader of this squad, Karma, to finish it off in overtime and take the series lead.
So SPLYCE, after again a disappointing season, getting a shot at redemption here in Season 3 of the Rival Series. They are one win away from starting their season 1-0. And of course, they've got another match coming as well, so it's got to be difficult, I think, for both of these teams. Granted, the Magicians don't play again today, but for SPLYCE in particular, to have two matches in the same day, to not kind of look forward to that second match, especially knowing that you're up against more former RLCS players.
Yeah, that's rough for sure, but they need to focus on this match. They can't look ahead to the future. They can't look ahead to Game 5. Like, worry about Game 4. That's what's important. Do whatever you can to close it out and put the Magicians down with their first loss of the season, because that's a squad that is clawing for that first and second position in the Rival Series. They've almost been there. You said it twice. Different names, obviously, but do not sleep on the Magicians. Don't give them any chance to even breathe in this Game 4. You have to keep that pressure up because they've proven they can put a lot of goals in the back of the net.
Yeah, remember, a lot of the goals in this series, they haven't been because of great mechanical plays. They haven't been because of great passing plays and all of that. We've seen kickoff goals. We've seen empty nets. I mean, we've seen some ugly Rocket League here, and it really is about surviving this match for both of these teams. SPLYCE has a chance to do just that. They can right all of the wrongs if they get a win here in Game 4. Must win, of course, for the Magicians, trying to force a fifth game. What a start, though, to the North American Rival Series. Great match earlier today between Applesauce and the Peeps. We'll see both teams coming up a little bit later on as well. Rapid has the clear. Does not connect with Vince. Now Vince, oh, that's off the ceiling, not where he wanted it at all. And Nose Dude's shot will be sent away by Rapid.
Great
Follow
pass.
up there from Karma from Jay Wismont's pass, and SPLYCE score early again.
Look at Jay Wiz. This is how you pass. Back and away from all of the defenders, hard as well. And Karma, all she has to do is pick a spot. Where do I want to put this? She finds it and fires it on net as hard as she can. And the first one on the board for SPLYCE. The Magicians have a lot of work to do if they want to win this game 4.
Rapid off the ceiling for Vince, and Vince does not catch the ball. And it's going to be difficult now for the Magicians. They got to overcome the mental block that they've seemed to hit here, because they give up the early goal. They get a golden opportunity in front immediately after. They don't convert. They don't come anywhere close to converting. But now Rapid, again, we've seen him do some special things. Not able to get on the board yet here in Game 4.
I'm liking this idea, though, of nice kind of chipping away at the defense of SPLYCE. Like one hit to move a little bit, just kind of inching forward slowly. They're not getting too ahead of themselves just yet.
Oh, Vince has a chance at a tough angle. Not able to convert. It wasn't because the defense was there. Rapid will get this one through, but only as far as Nose Dude. Don't think he expected that ball to actually get up as close to the ceiling as it did. I think he thought that ball was coming right back at him. Now Jay Wismont got a piece of Rapid on his way through, it looked like, but Rapid still able to recover and get a much-needed touch. Now Vince cherry-picking downfield off the feed from Halcyon, and SPLYCE up to the task defensively again. Rapid looking for Vince. He's lurking there. And another clear off the backboard by SPLYCE.
I'm really impressed right now with SPLYCE's defense. Yeah, you can totally tell that playing a ton as a team in the offseason paid off so well that you can tell their communication is beautiful. There's no double commits. They have trust in each other. Jay Wiz didn't cut off Karma there. She called him off. Hey, I got this. And it's...
Oh, what a pass. What a pass from Rapid, known for his scoring, known for his individual plays, but he makes this play happen for Halcyon.
I'm so sorry, SPLYCE. I was just complimenting your defense, and I made you get picked apart. I'm sorry, but that was a beautiful play from the Magicians to tie this ball game up.
And so the Magicians were facing defeat. Now they're right back in it here in game number 4, trying to force a 5th and decisive game. Rapid will be first to this ball in his own zone, but only as far as Jay Wismont. Rapid, boy, he's everywhere now, and you can see I think he's finally done maybe taking others' leads. And how about Vince? We wondered when he would convert on a shot like this, and now he finally has.
1 off the ceiling, 2 off the backboard, and 3 off of Vince's hood into the back of the net, and just like that, the Magicians take the lead. Didn't take him much time at all.
This game has turned on its head now for the Magicians. 2 minutes is what they have to hold on for, but it's Jay Wismont. After we saw that brilliant feed to Karma to get SPLYCE on the board. Kicked in front, and it's Karma who has a clear all the way downfield. Halcyon in a tough spot. Oh, and that pass goes all the way through. It was just a little bit behind Nose Dude. Watch Rapid maybe looking for the ground pitch, and he peeled off at the last moment. Good block by Vince with Karma bearing down on him. Now Halcyon waiting on the backboard and waiting just long enough as he makes a brilliant save.
Yeah, it comes down just like a guillotine and chops that ball in half. Says, you're not scoring right now. And Rapid sees open net, but just a little too wide.
Now Vince able to land quickly on the side. Can't follow up the play himself, though. And now Jay Wismont for Karma. Jay Wiz on his way downfield. Who's going to take over now? It's Nose Dude. And it's going to be Vince, who bombs another one away. It looked like SPLYCE had an equalizer brewing. Instead, they get caught out on the other side, and the Magicians are a minute away from forcing Game 5.
I love that from Rapid. He goes downfield, sets his sights on Karma, disrupts her enough, doesn't demo her, but hey, doesn't matter. She's out of the play, and such an easy put on net for Halcyon. 3-1 in this game. Less than a minute to go. SPLYCE, they need to do everything they can to try and tie this up and try and take down the Magicians while they still have a chance.
Looking for our first Game 5 of the Rivals Series, and we are inching ever closer. Vince adding to his total yet again.
Open net, just started pushing out. You've got to be aggressive. You're down those 2 goals, less than a minute to go. We saw it before from them. So I can't really hate on them too much for doing that. I respect the fact that they're trying to get back and tie this game, but at this point now, we've got our first Game 5 of the day.
What a challenge by Halcyon, and it's a well-deserved hat trick if I've ever seen one. Oh my goodness.
That's called a read there, Stacks. I know you don't know how to do that yet in Rocket League, but we'll work on it together.
Oof, this guy. Vince, well, I mean, it's really a victory lap right now for the Magicians here in game number 4. Really just counting down the seconds until we play one game to determine quite a bit about the fate of these two teams.
Awesome.
Oh, it's a good play, though, by SPLYCE that at least gives them some kind of confidence going to Game 5.
That pass from Nose Dude is beautiful. Like, I'm loving the passing plays from SPLYCE right now. Unfortunately, doesn't really matter. Not going to do anything for this game, but if they can continue with that play in Game 5, that's the SPLYCE I want to watch.
I think that could also serve to give the Magicians another thing to worry about, too. Like, you know, we've seen that drop-down pass has been very popular with the SPLYCE team. They've really, they seem to have that technique down pretty well. I would imagine now if you're the Magicians, you got to be thinking, okay, can I go for this ball? You have to kind of look to the corner of your screen to see if there's another car coming in out of nowhere.
Yeah, you're definitely right. It puts something in the back of your mind that wasn't previously there. Just another added factor to it. And with Rocket League, there's a lot going on and not a lot of time to think about it. So if you can put something in your opponent's head to make them second guess to work well in your favor, why not?
Yeah, for SPLYCE, again, led by Karma, as they have been for pretty much every game so far. And you look at really the two leaders of these teams. Look, it's Vince and Karma. Whether they're the statistical leaders, they are certainly the emotional and just the overall team leaders of their respective sides. And so far, Karma's had, I think, the more impressive statistical game, but I think Vince has meant more to the Magicians overall because of just his presence. And, of course, we talk about Vince's confidence all the time. He was so confident throughout all of last season, and I imagine he could go up against Dignitas right now and feel like they've got a chance.
I don't know. To me, it's like comparing potatoes and tomatoes, like two different things. Like, it's just they both do separate things for their teams, and they're both, if without them, their team would be nothing, in my opinion. Like, Vince is wonderful for the Magicians. I know Halcyon did it without him in Season 1 of the Rival Series, but they're definitely better with him on the roster, and same can be said for SPLYCE. Without Karma, there's no SPLYCE. Like, Karma is the backbone of that squad, but they both do different things, both very important to their teams.
What do the Magicians need to do here to keep things going as they get a shot on that's sent away by Karma if they're going to take Game 5 here, Subi?
I would have to say score more goals than SPLYCE.
I'm not even going to bother asking what you think SPLYCE has to do. That answer has been made self-evident as we are underway. What a shot from Vince. And boy, that would have been a clanger to start things off, but it is just high.
No, to answer your question seriously, one thing that they could do is team plays. If you see team plays from the Magicians, look out, because we've seen a lot of individual stuff, but when they do have those beautiful team passing plays, yeah, that's when it's like, oh, good luck beating them.
The Magicians have had to play from behind in just about every game in this series. Rapid will pop one up. Jay Wismont's there, though, really just trying to stall the attack of SPLYCE. And now Karma doesn't have a lot of boost, was not able to go for that corner boost, and as a result, she's run out. Now Jay Wismont, all he can do is throw one across, and the Magicians are all over it. Halcyon for Vince. It's going to be on target, but sent away by Karma. Good communication.
Well, and I like the rotation that we saw there from the Magicians. I don't know if you caught it, very subtle, but Halcyon just really quickly moved to the right, so he didn't grab that full boost pad in the midfield, allowing Vince to pick it up and keep that pressure up. And that's so clutch in these moments for a squad to do, to be able to just those little nuances like, hey, I'm low on boost, and move to the side to allow your teammate to pick it up.
Been very efficient defensively for SPLYCE and the Magicians. We haven't seen too many players trying to make a lot happen without a lot of boost. We see it here from Nose Dude, and he's going to be free-falling for a while. Now Jay Wismont looking to set up Karma. That shot's going to be just high and wide, and away it goes from Vince. He does not have a lot to work with, and all of a sudden everybody's just trying to play hero. Now Halcyon. Taken away by Karma. Another opportunity, though. Somebody's got to get in front. It's going to be Jay Wismont coming up on the halfway mark of a decisive Game 5. Vince tracking this ball out of the corner, but it goes over top of everyone, so Rapid has to take over after the touch from Nose Dude.
I've been really impressed with Rapid's play in this series. He's really stepped up, and what Vince said is definitely true. I mean, I don't think they're missing memory. Oh my gosh, look at that passing play from Nose Dude over to Karma.
Yeah, you're just in no man's land. If you're a defender watching this, good luck. Vince coming back off of a demolition. He had no chance whatsoever. And SPLYCE used their team play to take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, one of the only 2 instances of RNG in Rocket League. Which side are you going to spawn on after? Demo, he basically gets the wrong side. Ball goes on the complete opposite side, and 1-0, like you said, for SPLYCE. Oh, that's dangerous.
Could be a quick answer, and nobody coming on. They expected a clear, I think, from SPLYCE. It never came. And now Vince. This will go around the corner. It got the demo on Nose Dude. Did Halcyon. What can they do with that? Rapid shot will be sent away by Nose Dude. So able to recover very quickly, get back into the play, and it's like the demo never happened. Now Karma. She's going to try to take this herself. Needs some support. Instead, everybody peels off as Vince got the cookser pinch. And it's Nose Dude who has the read and sends it away.
Oh, man, I wanted that so bad. I was trying to will that into the back of the net. You don't see those happen too often, but I can definitely tell you that's been a practice play of Vince's.
Well, now Vince with a full tank of boost, and he's playing right into the jaws of the SPLYCE attack. They were waiting. They picked his pocket, and as a result, he'll take out Karma. One-on-one back the other way, and gives away possession to Jay Wismont. Just not able to make contact coming off the side. Now Karma not able to land the way she wanted to, and it's a missed opportunity for SPLYCE, at least for the moment. And Halcyon dangerously lets us go over top of him, and they're going to pay. Jay Wismont comes in and knocks one right between the eyes.
Oh, Halcyon, he had the boost, used it all right there, then nothing left. And unfortunately, Vince had already come out of net, not expecting Halcyon to completely miss that ball. And now is where over-aggression has to happen. It's Game 5. You're down 2. I don't care if you double commit, triple commit, quadruple commit, pull your sub onto the field. Whatever you got to do, do it.
Doesn't matter how many goals you give up at this point if you don't score any at all. It's going to be Rapid. Not able to follow this play himself. Vince will find Halcyon. And they will at least get downfield, but not far enough. 30 seconds remain. SPLYCE and the Magicians. Someone will be 1-0 when the clock hits 0. It'll be Nose Dude to send one away. He might have landed on Vince there to slow him down. And Rapid, we've seen him do so much, but it's a futile effort at this point. They've got to score right about now if they're going to have a chance at a kickoff goal. Halcyon has his pocket picked by Jay Wismont. It'd be fitting if he adds one more, but they don't need it. SPLYCE are one step closer to redemption as they begin Season 3 1-0.
Wow.